Hello, grade fives. Welcome to Language Arts for this week. Our learning goal this week is to use a variety of reading strategies before, during, and after reading to guide your thinking and deepen your comprehension of a text. This is the last reading skill that we are going to be focusing on before moving on to our lit circles and our independent novel study. This week, we're going to be focusing on figuring out unknown words. There's a variety of strategies just for this reading skill alone. We can sound it out. We can use pictures if there are any. We can look for the little word within the big word. We can slow down the difficult part. We can use context clues. You can read past an unknown part to see if it makes sense without it. And you can reread the part that doesn't make sense. And of course, you can always ask for help. This is probably one of the first reading strategies that you started using when you were younger. This week, we are going to focus on using context clues. Context clues are hints that the author gives to help define a difficult or unusual word within a book. The clue can appear within the same sentence as the word to which it refers, or it can follow in the next sentence. When strong readers come to an unfamiliar word, they can use context clues to help them determine the meaning of the unknown word. This anchor chart will help us identify unknown words and show us 5 different ways that we can identify the unknown words. Let's look at this sheet and what we're going to be doing this week. So this sheet here, this context clues, is our anchor chart, and it shows you the 5 different ways that we can identify our unknown words, and we will be using this all week while we move through our context clues. So there's a few different ways that context clues can be used. And you can see they've used ideas. The I is an inference. This means the meaning is not given, so you have to use the clues within the text. And there's the example. Don't want to work with Ricardo unless you want to hear him talk about himself. He is so arrogant. So you have to make an inference from the information that you don't want to work with him because all he does is talk about himself. And that's giving you the definition of what arrogant means. So from that, you should be able to make a guess. The next one, the D, is definition. The meaning of the word is explained in the sentence. Ricardo is so arrogant. He thinks he is more important than everyone else. So you can see the unknown word is arrogant, and then in the next sentence, it's explained what that means. So sometimes when you come to an unknown word, you have to read on to see if you find the information. And then you might have to go back and read it again to make sure you understand. The next one is example. An example of the word is in the sentence or nearby sentences. Ricardo is so arrogant. He is always bragging about how great he is at sports. So you can see the second sentence gives an example of what arrogant is. Our next one is A, antonym. A word with the opposite meaning is used in the sentence or nearby sentences. So let's look at the example. Ricardo is so arrogant. He needs to learn to be humble like his little brother, Jose. You can see here, humble is the opposite of arrogant. So by saying he's arrogant and then saying he needs to learn to be more humble like his little brother, they're giving you an idea of what arrogant is. And finally, our last one is synonym. Words with similar meaning are used in or near the sentence. Ricardo is so arrogant, proud, self-centered, and overbearing. So hopefully one of those words is a word that you understand, and you can help yourself understand the unknown word by using one of those synonyms. All right, let's look at what we're going to be doing this week. This week you're going to make a choice on which worksheet you'd like to do. You can either do a word of the day or a word of the week. You can make a choice depending on how long it takes you or how much time you feel you have based on the other work you need to get done. So if you're going to be doing a new word each day, your sheet will look like this one here, and you'll be filling out all of the boxes for the word. If you're going to be doing word of the week, you will get this sheet, and you'll just notice that in the boxes I've highlighted it here, it's broken down by day. So on Monday, you'll make a prediction. On Tuesday, you'll define the word. On Wednesday, you'll dig deeper. On Thursday, you'll draw a picture. And on Friday, you'll use it yourself. I will go through with you now what it looks like in each of these boxes, and then you will make a choice as to which one you would like to do. Let's have a look. So this is what it would look like to fill it out. You would put your word of the day here, and then the card number. So I've chosen sever. Then you're going to read the card. Brittany's mom suggested that she sever all ties with her middle school friends over the summer. They had never been that nice to her, and she could connect with a new group of friends when she starts high school in the fall. So now I need to make a prediction. I'm going to read the context clue and use it to come up with a prediction for what I think the word means. I think it means to get rid of. The second sentence says her friends weren't nice to her anyways, and she can make new ones. So that made me think that she's getting rid of her friends and trying to find new friends. I said that this was an antonym because she's doing the opposite. The clue type you can fill out at any day of the week if you're doing the day of the week. The next thing you're going to do is define the word. You're going to look up the word of the day in the dictionary and write a definition in the space below. You can use a dictionary of your choice, but Miss Eastwood and I have also linked an online dictionary to the day. So I looked it up and it said to break apart or to cut away from the whole. So right here we just put the definition. The next box is to dig deeper. You're going to look up the word of the day in the dictionary or thesaurus to find the following: a synonym, so words that mean the same, antonym, opposites, and then the part of the speech. We've also linked a thesaurus for you, but you can also, if you're doing it all in one day, just use the link in the dictionary. So the synonyms, so words that mean the same: detach, split, or separate. The opposites, antonyms: attach, combine, and connect. And part of the speech, apparently I don't have that today. The next part is kind of a fun one. Draw a picture. Use everything you know about the word to create a visual representation of the word of the day. So something that is detaching, splitting, separating. I put a piece of rope that was ripping apart. You could have friends that are no longer friends. I also thought of like a broken heart. I had to take an image from the computer because I can't draw in here. And then the last thing is for you to use it in a sentence of your own. I've got two examples here. Bob decided to sever all ties with his company. I can check if this makes sense by using one of the synonyms. Mr. Pringle severed his middle finger in a work accident. So there are two examples. And you are going to make a choice today as to whether you want to do this all at one time or if you would like to work on it all week. As you know, it's a short week, so you will have to do 2 boxes on one day. Good luck!